In 2011, Pioneer DJ released the DDJ-SX DJ controller, setting the standard for the layout of many DJ controllers to come. It combined the position of a CDJ and DJM configuration, but with the introduction of 8 performance pads below each one of the jog wheels. The non-mirrored layout not only gave DJs a familiar feel to the club standard equipment, but the 16 performance pads below each jog wheel was later applied to the 2-channel battle mixer, the DJM-S9. While DJ controllers maintained a standard orientation for each deck, no DJ controllers have ever attempted to provide a layout that conforms to the specific needs and muscle memory of open format turntable users until now. Introducing a revolution in DJ controller design, the world's first professional battle-style oriented DJ controller with Pioneer DJ's first motorized jog wheels with LCD displays is here. Hi, my name is Joni from Pioneer DJ, and I'm going to show you the brand new DDJ-REV7 DJ controller for Serato DJ Pro. The DDJ-REV DJ controller series, REV, which stands for Revolution, is a new line of Serato DJ controllers that brings the turntablist experience to 2 single controller devices by emulating a DJM S-Series mixer and a pair of PLX turntables. For the first time ever on a Pioneer DJ controller, the tempo sliders sit horizontally on the top of the deck sections to mirror PLX turntables in battle configuration, while the performance pads and the effects levers sit in the mixer section to parallel the DJM S-Series mixer design. What's known as battle style configuration is when a DJ orients their turntables to a 90-degree position to help keep the tone arm out of the way while keeping the platters closer and symmetric. This positions the tempo slider above the platters, moving from left to right, and the start-stop button on the bottom right of each platter. The DDJ-REV7 is one of 2 DJ controllers in this series, which include the entry-level DDJ-REV1. Unlike a traditional DJ controller, the DDJ-REV7 enables artists to replicate the analog mixing experience with vinylized 7-inch motorized jog wheels. The DDJ-REV7 is for open-format DJs who play multiple genres of music that like to use turntables, DJs who enjoy the feel of a moving platter, DJs who want a controller that matches their muscle memory while using turntables, or mobile DJs who regularly use turntables but want a compact and lighter solution that saves time setting up. We went back to the drawing board and designed a high-torque motor with selectable torque strengths housed under a 7-inch rotating platter with high-resolution MIDI. It has a UV-printed acrylic top panel to emulate the feel of real vinyl and houses an aluminum die-cast platter for stable rotation and a familiar texture for turntable users. The platters have perfect symmetry of distance in relation to the center of the mixer section, just like turntables are in battle style. The stop time knob helps control the breaking speed for when you want to either have that smooth quick break or a slow wind down. Along with the platter comes different slip sheets to emulate different slip mat thicknesses for when you want more friction for stability when mixing or less friction for scratching. With a spindle-free design, hand operation space is increased, giving the platter a large area to work with, making the 7-inch platter feel larger. But don't worry, there are 2 dedicated pitch bend buttons right below. Instead, the center of the platter top is transparent to show the 3.5-inch LCD jog display, similar to what is found on the flagship CDJ-3000's jog wheels, but this time under a rotating top piece. The on-jog display gives you the info you need for mixing and scratching right under your fingertips. The main waveform display shows you your deck's whole waveform, detailed waveform, as well as parallel detailed waveform of the opposite deck, which helps reduce the need to look at the laptop screen. You also have the options of toggling the digital rotation marker on or off by double tapping 33 or 45 RPM buttons. But if you wish to have a physical marker, you can use the provided sticker and apply it to the platter top. Virtual deck mode allows you to view the virtual deck of Serato DJ Pro and the number of beats to the next hot cue point. Artwork display can show you your album artwork of a playing track, and the DJ logo display can show your personalized logo artwork. Also, the digital rotation marker is available in any of these display modes if you wish to turn it on. You can also access the controller's utility setting menu by holding Shift and clicking the back button near the browse knob. If you noticed, the load and back buttons are different sizes, so they're easier to identify without looking at them, just like what was introduced on the DJM S11. Now let's talk about the crossfader. This is the same smooth and robust MAGVEL Fader Pro found on the DJM S11. Above each platter is a set of 4 slot pad buttons, similar in size to the hotkey buttons found on the CDJ-3000. To the left of that is a brand new function called Instant Scratch. This lets you toggle 4 preloaded scratch samples built into the controller, and you don't need a laptop connected to use them. Because it's triggered directly from the controller, it responds as fast as a CDJ-3000 with latency faster than when using DJ software, giving you a more realistic vinyl-like feel. The Instant Scratch samples will also show their waveforms on the Jog Display. While you can't change the built-in samples in Instant Scratch, you still have the option of using Serato's Scratch Bank to create custom banks of quick access scratch samples. Speaking of Scratch Bank, you can also use these buttons to access 4 different pad modes. You can switch between Hot Cue, Scratch Bank, Save Loop, and Sampler in this section. Now, let's talk about the mixer section. If you've seen or used the DJM-S11 or DJM-S7, you'll find this layout familiar. There's a separate EQ array from the trim and filter knobs for easy identification without looking. Over here, we have the familiar lever switches for momentary or lock triggering of the beat effects. It has 22 hardware beat effects, including 4 new ones. There's duck down, fill out, helix out, and time sweep echo. It also has 5 hardware color effects you can switch the filter knob to be, as well as an OLED display to show effects parameters. And let me emphasize, you have access to both hardware beat effects as well as your internal software beat effects from Serato. And on top of that, just like the DJM-S11, the REV7 has smooth echo. You can assign the smooth echo effect to a selection of controls, like a fader or pad, and the echo will trigger as soon as the relevant assigned control is moved. Smooth echo is an echo effect that's independent from all your other effects that you can set with different triggers, especially if you want only the tail end of your scratching to apply the echo. You can access the Smooth Echo menu either by going to the Utility menu or getting quick access to it by holding the Smooth Echo button. And also, holding the Shift button and clicking Smooth Echo activates your sampler effect. The REV7 has 2 dedicated silent cue buttons that allow you to load a song and play it muted, which unmutes as soon as you trigger a hot cue. This helps avoid the wind-up time from when your platter spins up. Your headphone output has the option to enable split cue. This splits the master cue and the channel cue between the left and the right channels on the headphones. Super useful for beat matching in environments where you don't have a monitor or are limited to quiet volumes, which is very useful for DJs who live stream and don't want to disturb their neighbors. Just like on the S-Series battle mixers, the performance pads have independent pad modes, which allow you to be a different pad mode on each deck. In place of split pad mode, you now have 2 independent performance sections, one above the deck in the instant scratch area, and the other one in the traditional performance pad space. This gives you access to 2 different pad modes at once with 12 performance pad slots available. Using both decks together, you can access a total of 4 pad modes at once. A really creative thing you can do in a performance is to set the upper performance pad mode to Scratch Bank while the mixer section's pad mode is in hot cues. This way, you can instantly fire off hot cue or tone play routines from 4 different songs instantly. Now you might expect the DDJ-REV7 to be a heavy controller because of the motorized jog wheels. However, it's only about 23 pounds, which is 8 pounds lighter than some motorized controllers from competitors. The DDJ-REV7 uses the same high-quality digital to analog converter technology used on the output stage of the DJM-S11 to match the DJM-900 Nexus 2's sound quality. We also made adjustments to minimize the effect of the power supply noise to achieve high-quality sound by using noise suppression technology developed for the CDJ-3000. The REV7 is plug-and-play with Serato DJ Pro, which means you can use the software without any additional licenses or subscriptions. A Serato Pitch and Time DJ expansion pack voucher is included, which enables key shifting, and key syncing with high audio performance. With the 2 USB ports for 2 laptops, 2 DJs can tag team back-to-back with ease at the club. For mobile DJs, this means you can have your backup laptop primed and ready to go for immediate use. So, with the DDJ-REV7, you have everything you need to give you a full turntable-style experience in a more portable, lightweight setup while giving you cutting-edge technology never seen before in a DJ controller to expand your creative options as a DJ. For more information about the DDJ-REV7 or to find out more about the DDJ-REV series of DJ controllers, visit us at pioneerdj.com or find us on one of our social media channels at Pioneer DJ USA.